So let's talk about my YouTube channel. So if I'm being honest, right, I actually never thought I would be someone who would have a YouTube channel. I have literally seen and watched so many YouTube videos of people talking about how they've always wanted to have a YouTube channel since they were young. And I have never been that person. Like thought has never even crossed my mind. I'm just not that person. It was just not something that I felt like was my thing. So it's just like a whole full circle moment that I have a whole channel and I'm recording a video like this. If you told past me that I would have a YouTube channel, she would never believe it because I was that very anxious, not confident, just a whole lot of things. I just had a lot of qualities about myself that are not for someone who has a YouTube channel, and I'm still working on them. But now it's just that as I'm growing, I'm not letting fear or anxiety stop me from doing things that I want to do. So today I'm going to talk about why I started my YouTube channel, where I see the channel going the next few years or months, as well as things I plan on sharing and also things I've learned about myself. So I've had this YouTube channel for literally less than 2 months, but I have learned so much about myself as a person. I have struggled so much. It has brought to my attention a lot of weaknesses that I have. It has been a lot of mental battles. So I'll definitely talk about that and also how I've been able to overcome them. There's still some that I'm working on, but there are also some that, an extent, I think I've made progress in overcoming those struggles. So originally, I have been someone who just loves making videos. I love to document moments. Even in my family, I'm known as that person who is always recording every moment. And I have been opportune to travel to many places. I lived in India for 5 to 6 years. That's where I did my bachelor's. So I have so many memories. I'm just used to taking videos. I also used to do Snapchat streaks. I recently stopped because of this whole YouTube thing. It was becoming too much. But when I was doing those Snapchat streaks, my friends found it very entertaining. I enjoyed making videos. I'll just be updating. So the way I did it, it was not just sending streaks. It was just literally, I feel like looking back at those videos that I used to send streaks on, they felt like a YouTube. And I just enjoyed doing it. I just enjoyed talking. It was not just me taking videos of places. It was me making videos and talking about my thoughts or how I had a bad day or things that I experienced. So when I came to the UK, it was really challenging. I'm not going to get into that. But one thing that got me through it was making videos. So I used to make talking videos and send streaks. So just complaining to my friends, not complaining, but just talking, oh, saying something like, today's class or on my way to class or something that happened or if I'm stressed, stuff like that. And I also have this habit of making videos for myself. So literally, I'm not even joking. The way I'm sitting with this whole setup, I'm filming on my iPad. It's not anything fancy. But what got me through my master's was just making videos and talking to myself. I literally have videos that are 30 seconds long of just me talking to myself. I'm someone who loves therapy and journaling. So I always have a diary, journals, I talk. And sometimes I make videos where I'm vulnerable and I'm talking to myself about things I'm going through. And when I look back at it, it feels so incredible to see how much I have grown as a person. And I just love that so much. So for me, it's not anything new, like sitting down and making videos and talking to myself. It's just something that I am used to, but I had different ways of sharing it, which was either to my Snapchat streaks and then personal memories and moments to myself. And as time went, I just felt like, oh, I think I can also share this on my Instagram. And it started little by little. And then some of my friends or just random people liked it. It was even mostly on my Instagram stories. And then I graduated to post it on my Instagram reels. But then something I found out was that I didn't like sharing on my Instagram. And another thing I forgot, I also opened a TikTok account when I became more serious about posting, just talking videos or thoughts or when I traveled. But one thing I found out was I felt it restricted me because, like I said, I'm someone who likes to talk a lot and just talk about things that make me happy. I just have thoughts on the most silly things. When I opened the TikTok and I became more serious about Instagram, I just felt restricted because there were so many rules. And to an extent, when you do your research, then you now start hearing about rules or a certain way you should do things. Because I'm someone who, before I get into anything, I like to do my research. I don't just get into things. My research, it kind of made me feel overwhelmed. And I just felt like there were too many rules and certain way you should do things. Even though it was for myself, but then still to an extent, you would want validation. You would want to put yourself out there in a way that people would find you. And then just the analytics and metrics and algorithm learning about all that made me feel overwhelmed. Another issue was I felt like, so if I'm talking about a topic or something, it's most likely going to be a 6 minutes video or a 5 minutes video. That's why even on my streaks, my friends are always muting me because in the middle of the night, they get 10 notifications of just videos of me talking. So I realized that for Instagram and TikTok, I would have to cut it down to like 3 minutes, which was one issue because nobody on Instagram wants to watch a 3 minute video. Our attention span is very short. So you still want to say things in a way that people are engaged. And then I started thinking about how you have to have hooks. I don't think it was just to cut the whole story short. I just felt like it watered down who I was as a person. And I'm not saying I'm not going to go back to TikTok or Instagram, but for the past less than 2 months that I have been doing YouTube, I feel more happy because I'm able to talk at length. I'm able to express myself. I don't feel like I have to cut down. Yes, I know YouTube has its own algorithm and certain things that you do, but then there's still a way that it still makes me feel like myself the way I talk. I'm still able to express myself freely without feeling like I have that video where they're like, do you know you have 30 minutes? Without feeling like I just have a few seconds to get people's attention. I've learned to not be going into analytics. So let's talk about what I want this channel to be. I want this channel to be a time capsule. It's literally named Zainab Wurno's time capsule. I love my name so much. I don't know whether it would change in future because you evolve, but for now, it literally explains what I want the channel to be, what I would be sharing. So I'm going to be sharing when I was in Bristol during my masters. I made a lot of videos and memories. And when I look back at those videos, I just feel so proud of myself. Reflection videos or just some random funny videos I made or that happened or a memory, stuff like that. I'm going to be sharing some of those on this channel. It's just been a few months since I graduated, so I would be proposing those videos and posting it on my channel. I think I'm going to title them diary entries. I'm still trying to figure out how I would play with those videos, but I just love them so much and I think they're so valuable and they're a huge part of my story, who I was as a person, how much I've grown. And one of the things I love about YouTube is its longevity. I want to look back on those videos in the next few years and remember what I was thinking or something that happened when you record videos on your phone. So, for example, those 30 minutes talking videos, or when I was sad, those vulnerable videos I made, I find that sometimes I'm finding it hard to still have them on my phone. First of all, they occupy a lot of space. Another thing is they're so long that I don't think I would ever have time to sit down and listen to them or watch them back. Because imagine having 20, 30 minutes videos. I have a lot of videos of myself talking. There was a time I did a hard 30 in July. It's just a lot. So I don't think there would ever be a time that I would be able to sit down and watch those videos. Maybe just a few of them or once in a while, because as life is going, it gets busy. So now with this YouTube channel, it gives me an opportunity to sit down little by little and go through those videos and find the ones that I think are relevant. And then it's easier for me in the next few years to just go on my channel and click it. I do honestly believe that all those videos I made are really valuable and I know that they can help someone. And to an extent, I know this feels cliche or people say it, but honestly, it is for myself as much as it is for anyone out there. It's not even about me sharing valuable content. It's about proof of resilience, about how strong I was during that journey and the challenges I went through, and then looking back and seeing that I have graduated. So I don't want to box myself into a certain niche because I feel like I'm such a multifaceted person. There's so many things I'm interested in. I love photography. I love painting. I love traveling. I love skincare. I love talking. I love sharing my thoughts, so many things. And I think it would be just watering me down as a person to just focus on one thing. So I know that this channel is going to be chaotic with a lot of just random things out of nowhere. So I would be balancing videos from the past that I made during my masters and also diary style videos and also just videos of myself now in the present where it's going to be like a diary style video. It's me sharing just basically like a diary, just my thoughts or things I'm going through or things I'm learning. Another thing I want to be sharing on my channel is value packed videos. So, what I mean by that is I want to be sharing videos that are helpful. So, for people who, let's say, want to go to University of Bristol, so I'll be making videos about things I've learned, the process, let's say things you should do, things you should avoid, sharing reviews about University of Bristol, the libraries, the best places to get bubble tea. I've actually already uploaded the video. So, videos like that, just that have value, sharing something that would help people with the knowledge and experience I have So making informative videos about not just University of Bristol, but Bristol as a city, about being an international student, about being a master student. So from what I'm saying, you can see that it's a whole range of topics that I want to touch on. And I know that there are already people that make videos online, but there's no one like me. There's no one that has my experience or my background, or no one has gone through things the way I have gone through them. So I know that I'm also bringing something to the table.